Hi, this is Kelly. It is day 12 of my 100-day juice feast, and I don't really have a lot to say today. I'm still going forward. Things are fine. I was hungrier today than I have been in the last few days, and I did have an interesting thing. My husband and I decided to walk to the grocery store. We wanted to go for a walk anyway, and so it's about the same distance to just go to the grocery store and back, and there were a couple things we wanted to pick up. And we got about halfway there, which was, around 2.5 miles. And I just got really lightheaded. I mean, to the point where I was almost staggering to walk. And all of a sudden, sweat just like broke out on my forehead, and I felt nauseated. And I, I didn't know how I was even going to make it the rest of the way to the grocery store. And we were just, I mean, we weren't very far. And it reminded me of a time that I injured myself one time, and I think that I went into shock a little bit. So, and the exact same symptoms had happened, and it made me think that maybe my blood pressure had dropped. So, I know I haven't talked too much about labs other than my cholesterol being high, or in my opinion, high at 195 when I started this. But I don't have high blood pressure, and my blood pressure was 100/67 on day one when I started the feast. So it doesn't have a ton of, you know, room to go down. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what was happening or not, but that's kind of what it felt like. And so we got into the store, and fortunately, we had decided to go to the store for our walk rather than our usual 5 mile route, because our usual 5 mile route is you don't go past anything, and it's literally like out on the edge of town, and it's a 5 mile loop. So there's not even a way to shorten it, cut it short if you want to. So I don't know what I would have done if I'd been stuck 2.5 miles from my house, feeling like I was gonna faint. But Willow, since we were in the store, we went over to the cooler section to see if they had any juices there, and they did. So I ended up buying a juice there and then drinking it on the walk back, and that did help. But then by the time I got home, I was freezing cold. So I decided to I made a juice first. I made another juice when I got home, Todd's V8. And then I decided to take a hot bath. Stacy from Stacy's Juicing Journal had recommended that or mentioned that she had done that. So I decided to try it, and it really did make a huge difference. I just feel so much warmer now, which is why I'm in my jammies, because I'm just gonna rest the rest of the night. So anyway, check out Stacy's Juicing Journal because it's fantastic and she's hilarious. Um, Other than that, I don't think I really have anything else to say. I did make. Oh, I forgot to bring my juice with me. I was gonna show you. It's like, oh, there it is. Hold on. Okay. So this is just half apple, half orange, but it made this really pretty yellow color. Oh, and some ginger. I did throw a little ginger in there. Anyway, I really like it. For some reason, I seem to be the opposite of other people where when they drink a savory juice, they feel fuller and more satisfied, and when they drink fruit juices, they feel hungrier or they get hungry sooner. And I don't know why, but when I drink a savory juice, I'm starving really quickly after. Like I was starving before I still had the V8 juice in my hand and I was hungry. But I think that's also kind of weird for me today. I've been like that all day. Anyway, one other thing I wanted to mention that I did not mention in my video yesterday was for those people who think that perhaps they're a compulsive overeater or they have a food addiction or issues with food, and if you feel like you'd really like to get to know other people with those specific issues and kind of talk about that, if you're not comfortable talking to the rest of the juicing group because you feel like not everybody else has that issue, I did want to mention that there is a 12-step program called Overeaters Anonymous, and you can go to oa.org, I think it is, and find a meeting near you. And so if that's something that you think you could use, I feel like it never hurts to have more resources and more people in your corner and more people who are feeling exactly how you're feeling to reach out to when you're struggling. So anyway, that's it for me today. And oh, spoiler alert, tomorrow is my husband Tony's weigh-in day after his first week. So I'm going to do a little guest spot with my husband tomorrow night. Anyway, so see you tomorrow.